This is the Portland Century, Part 2. After leaving the Fireside Retreat rest stop, you'll continue south on Gordon Creek Road, gradually climbing about 250 feet over the next 3 miles. Along the route, there's a quick drop into Walker Creek. After the climb out of Walker Creek, there's about 2 miles of easy rollers. At mile 44, you'll begin the steep drop into the Bull Run River Valley. This drop is about 700 feet in just under 2 miles. Because of its length, steepness, and switchback curves, it's probably the most challenging descent of the ride. Challenging in a fun, thrill ride sort of way. The sign says left turn, but here you have to set up for a high-speed hairpin turn. Fortunately, there's very little traffic on most of the roads in this section. Just before the bridge, there's a tight right turn. And there's a tight left turn right after. Immediately after crossing the Bull Run River Bridge, you'll begin a Cat 5 climb up Tenneck Road to the peninsula separating the Bull Run River and the Sandy River. You'll gain about 250 feet in just under 2 miles. Averaging 2.8%, but with some steep little pitches. As you can see, there's a lot of out-of-the-saddle action on this climb. After the brief crossing of the peninsula, there's a short, steep 300-foot drop into the Sandy River Valley. Definitely enjoy this drop because you've got some steep climbs ahead. Hairpin turn. You really do have to make sure your brakes and tires are in good shape before this route. The roads, although not perfect, seem to be pretty gravel free. You do still need to keep a lookout. Sandy River. Immediately after crossing the Sandy River, you begin the second toughest climb of the day, up Teaneck Road to the city of Sandy. It starts with a Cat 4 440-foot climb over about 2.5 miles. After the Cat 4 climb, the road does flatten out for a bit. But right after Cedar Creek, you'll finish up with a Cat 5 climb of over 300 feet for about the last 2 miles. All told, you'll climb about 1,000 feet from the Bull Run River to Highway 26 in Sandy. Even though this last little bit is only a Cat 5 climb, there are definitely some steep pitches. Crush all pain, crush all pain. Just before Highway 26, the road flattens out a little bit, letting you know relief is on the way. After crossing Highway 26, you'll soon descend into Meinig Park, where a great lunch awaits you. You'll want to be sure to tank up on food, water, and electrolytes because you've got some hills and some hot, dry weather ahead of you. After you leave Meinig Park, you'll wander uphill a bit through about 1 mile or 2 of sandy suburbs. Swallowed by the crowd, you know you're gonna miss it. By the time you're done with this section, you'll feel a little like a rat in a maze. Luckily, it doesn't last too long. But you, my pony, you run, run, pony, you run, my pony, you run, run, pony. After this left, you'll have a short jaunt on Highway 211. You run, my pony, you run, run, pony, you. Then, a left onto Bornstead Road, and soon you'll be back onto country roads. For about the next 10 miles, you'll ride up and down some pretty good sized rollers. There's very little in the way of flat land around here. Unfortunately, there's not much in the way of shade either, so you're going to get hot. These rollers include a quick dip in and out of Tickle Creek. Along Furwood Road and Music Camp Road, there's a great view into the Cedar Creek watershed with the background of the Cascade Mountains. After a right turn onto Paw Road, the rollers continue, and so does the heat, so be sure to keep yourself hydrated. Stopping for a little shade doesn't hurt. After about mile 57, you'll start seeing a lot more down rollers than up rollers. 459, you'll find yourself on Kleinsmith Road, dropping into Bear Creek. Like all of the other creeks along this stretch of the ride, Bear Creek has a steep, fun little drop in and a tough, short climb out. Shortly after the steep little climb out of Bear Creek, there's a sweeping right turn in Dover onto Southeast Kitzmiller Road. After a few miles of some pretty good sized rollers, you'll soon arrive at the longest descent of the day, a fast 770 foot drop over 3 miles into Fern Creek Park. Unlike the other descents, I started the Kitzmiller drop in a little bit of traffic. Suffice to say, passing on the descent can be pretty sketchy, so a little extra care must be exercised. And a little patience doesn't hurt either. Jukebox jump around. Excitation is the rock and roll. Oops, trying to do a little camera adjustment on the fly here. On the ground, Bollywood on the sound, hippie music on the round, jukebox jump around, come on. Just to keep you humble, there is a short climb just before the end of the Kitzmiller descent. But don't despair, you've still got a little under a mile left in the fun zone. Stop sign ahead means we're just about done with the glide and ride down to Eagle Fern Park. A quick left at the stop sign where Kitzmiller Road meets Eagle Fern Road, and you're just about to Eagle Fern Park. There's the welcoming A-frame, under which you'll find such goodies as strawberry shortcake and whipped cream.
Yo soy el hombre de la selva.